But yeah, gate 3. Okay, now this is where the Vykas raid went from enjoyable to absolutely not enjoyable. Okay, what happened then? There are a lot of mechanics in this raid, and even though quantity-wise is the same as Voltan, one mech around every 20-30 bars. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's the same amount. I think it's more, but fair enough. They are harder and more complex. Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but I just couldn't get them down within 5 pulls. Pretty normal, I'd say. I wouldn't say that's normal. I don't know about that, but I mean, like, I think that's normal. That's not normal. So I mean, like, the mechanic. So yeah. Finally, man, here we go. Yeah, everyone's favorite segment. It's Ding Dong React time. But yeah, today's agenda is this one, I guess. So yeah. So this is from the channel as usual, my React Andy channel over there. So yeah, best segment 10 out of 10 right here. Ding Dong React time. Yeah. So yeah, Vykas has been ruined. That's the title. And then Vykas is one of the worst fight I've ever played in a video game. So that's like the titles right there. So yeah, even my girlfriend doesn't play enjoy this segment. Why? What's wrong? Like, why would she wouldn't understand then, wouldn't she? When you start ding dong thing, it was just like it was just funny basically. So yeah, it just sticks basically. It was just it was a random thing and then it sticks for a while. Can confirm not enough. Boo, Vykas too bad. Yeah. So yeah, she plays MMOs too. Ah, I see. Okay, okay. I don't know. I mean, like, this is the one right here. So yeah, Vykas has been ruined. Let's see this one right here. It just came out though, but it's ruined already for some reason. Rant post, wall post, but also calling out the player base post. Okay. Decided to do all Vykas gates on normal today because I finally had time. Here is what I have to say about the raid. Want to preface by saying that I am decent at games, by no means a pro. Okay, so just a standard player than the usual. I understand mechanics after seeing and dying to them, maybe twice is, and can dodge and DPS fairly well after some practice with the boss. Okay, fair enough. That's totally fine. Okay, gate 1. Gate 1 right here. Simple. Guide the ball, follow the ball. It's not that bad. Yeah, hard in the beginning, but so was Voltan gate 1 until you wipe 10 times and got used to it. Group struggled with color balls, but we got there. I mean, that's everyone does. In Korea, that happens as well. So gate 2, very enjoyable. Mechs were harder, especially without vocal comms, but still doable. Flashy attacks that felt good to dodge and nice chase of rhythm compared to Voltan's build. Group was great, cleared it in like 5 tries. So far so good. So far so good, but usually the problem comes from gate 3 here. So we need to read the gate 3 first. Can confirm not enough. Yeah, I don't know. So he's casual. He's just a standard player. I think like he's saying he's just a standard player. He's not pro. He's the usual player. He can do mechanics after like maybe dying like I don't know twice east or something like that. That's normal on like actual like on people, to be honest. You know, people fucking up once in a while is fine. People fucking up 10 times back to back. Yeah, well that's like different level. So yeah, just in time, Vinny. Just in time for Ding Dong, yeah. But yeah, gate 3. Okay, now this is where the Vykas raid went from enjoyable to absolutely not enjoyable. Okay, what happened then? There are a lot of mechanics in this raid, and even though quantity-wise is the same as Voltan, one mech around every 20-30 bars. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's the same amount. I think it's more, but fair enough. They are harder and more complex. Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but I just couldn't get them down within 5 pulls. Pretty normal, I'd say. I wouldn't say that's normal. I don't know about that, but I mean, like, I think that's not normal. So I mean, like, the mechanic is more complex. Well, yeah, duh, obviously. Do you think raid gets easier over time? No, usually it gets harder, right? If it's the same, then like, who cares? But I mean, like, not getting them on within 5 pulls, I think you have a different issue. You might be lacking understanding of the mechanic, man. I don't know, man. Well, I mean, like, what part of this mechanic? I think, like, he needs to be more specific. Can he not do the swamp mechanic, maybe? Is it the swamp mechanic? Is it the sword and clone mechanic? Like, which mechanic here? All of these are also, like, party-based. So, maybe he's not the one fucking up. Maybe he's someone else. So, I'm not sure what's going on as well. Absolutely not enjoyable. Well, to be fair, if you, like, here is the thing, right, you know? Like, we can agree on this. If you play, but then you're Papega and you keep failing mechanic, right? Then it becomes not enjoyable. Because, like, you keep dying because you can't do the mechanic. So, to be fair, absolutely not enjoyable applies to, like, people that, like, probably can't do the mechanic, maybe, you know? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this was unacceptable to every single group I joined. Okay, every group, if you die to a mech and then instantly toxicity like you would see in league games, vote kicks, and so much hate. Okay, well, this is a different problem right here. This one is a different problem. So yeah, I was really looking forward to this raid. I mean, it's the new raid and all that. But now after doing 6 hours of pulls, failing again and again, getting trash talked the entire time, I'm nearing my breaking point. Bolton was super joy to do after big clears, and I hope Vykas would be the same. To be fair, dude, if it's 6 hours of pull and you still couldn't get them down, so it's not even within 5 pulls then, or do you pull 5 pulls in 6 hours and you still can't get them down, failing again and again, getting trash talked the entire time? I mean, I would trash talk you as well. Like, dude, you know, are you shit? It's still, dude, 6 hours in and you still can't do this. I don't know about you, man. But I mean, I will call you stupid as well. Unacceptable to every single group I join. But that's player-based player issue, not mechanic issue, wise issue. It's both sides. Like, yes, here is the thing, right, you know. The group could be like instantly toxicity, you know, vote kick and much hate. Yeah, but I mean, like, you gotta understand that if this group, like, is 6 hours of pulling and you still can't get down the mechanic, then you have a different problem, dude, you know. So, I don't know. Pool is swamp. It's probably the swamp. Did you say the pool or what? I don't know if you say the pool or anything. No. What I mean by pool, as in like pulls, as in like you pull the boss, right? Not like the swamp mechanic itself. It can't possibly be me. It just can't be. There is no way. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what's the context right there. So in league they flame you after one mistake. There's no way it's as toxic as league. Well, here's the thing. It might be that he made the mistake and then he get flamed right away. Yes, true. But I mean, like, after 6 hours, why are you still making mistakes then? You know, if after 6 hours and you're still making mistakes, then when people trash talk you, it's justified, don't you think? People don't wanna waste 6 hours with you. They don't want to. So I failed my bet. I'm some guy who cannot look at me. Some Mecha went full rage. People are so toxic. Well, I'm not saying that they are not. I'm not saying that they are not. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if you fail 1 time, 2 times, okay, sure. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt right there. You make a mistake. Because everyone makes mistake. But if you fail for 6 hours back to back, you have a different problem, man. It wasn't a one-time thing. So, yeah. That's basically how it is. It's much harder when people go in minimum gear. Well, minimum gear is basically the intention of it to be cleared. So, yeah. If you clear it over eye level, yes, you make it easier. That's basically the standard right there. So, yeah, that's why, like, hell mode is hard. Because you cannot over eye level it. Just join a guild and get carried. Easy, yeah. When he said I'm decent at game, there was a red flag already. Those that are decent at games don't need to qualify their statement. Well, I mean, like, the way that he said it is like he's like a standard player. But after we go to here, this is not standard player. This is not standard, you know. You know, when he say, like, you know, couldn't get them down within 5 pulls, pretty normal. That's not normal already. But after 6 hours of failing again, yeah, that one is like definitely not normal. 100% not normal right there. Maybe he did in fact 6 pull in 6 hours, basically doing 1 pull, fail, party disband, return lobby, and wait 55 minutes for support. I mean, yeah, it's possible. But I mean, like, again, as I said, man, you know, how many pull do you need to understand how to do the swamp mechanic? 1 pull is enough. 1 pull is enough to see, like, how it is, right? Don't you think? So, yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, now I'm breeding the idea of doing this raid for 3 weeks straight to get the materials needed for 6-piece relic, because it's only gonna get worse from here. This week, people are already in EU Central asking for experienced people only. Like, this is a job interview where you need 20 years of experience at 16 years of age. I mean, it's not wrong, though. If you cleared last week, and then you don't want to waste time, so you ask for experienced people only, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? The raid has been out for under a week. I mean, yeah, true. Come on now, that is all. Good luck with that. I'm going back to Toxic Caverns to get my covetous wings. Yeah, well, I don't know what is I here, but it might be trolling. But I mean, like, people ask for experience. I mean, like, that's normal, don't you think? People just don't want to waste time. They just want to go in, clear, and go out, basically. So, yeah. Now, of course, that doesn't always happen. But I mean, like, they try to minimize it. They don't want people that are first-timer in Vykas to join their party. Isn't that fine? That's normal, though. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Took me 3-4 pulls for swamp mechanic. I mean, like, you should understand how it works. And then there is the nuances that, like, you know, sometimes you move too early. Sometimes you move too late or something like that. Yes, that part is different, but you understand how to down the mechanic already, you know. When you did the mechanic correctly, but then, like, you were late, and then you move to the boss fast, right? Then it's understandable that, like, you know how to do the mechanic. You just make a mistake. That one is fair, you know, I'm okay. But I mean, like, I don't know, like, why you're still couldn't get them down after people. That's basically what I just thinking right there. So yeah, there are a lot of learning parties in EU Central. He probably doesn't want to join learning party. So yeah, kinda depends if this guy didn't watch video on mechanics, because some of the mechs being difficult to wrap your hand around. Could be as well. But I mean, like, if that is the case, then, like, he has no bearing on, like, the experienced people party. Because he should be on practice party. Why does he complain about this? Are you asking to get carried or what, right? So in the end, you should be going to the practice party to begin with. So yeah, he has no bearing on this. Raid has been out under a week, yeah, and some people have like a 1 week experience doing Vykas hard. You don't. So yeah, so you're not part of the experience group. You find a practice party so you can actually down them after how many pulls that you need, basically. So yeah, is he doing hard or normal? I think he's doing normal. And it's just normal. Well, shit. Let's go, boys. So I don't know. If you go to experience party and you fail on first mech, I will kick you. Yeah, it's fair then. I think it's fair. Why do you complain about that? It's an experience party. You failed the first mechanic right there. It's literally the first mechanic. And people are gonna like question you. Are you actually experienced then? Maybe like the first pull, sure, we give you the benefit of the doubt. Second time you fail it again, you're just asking to get carried. I will kick you as well. So yeah, if you don't disagree with me, if you complain with me, you're probably the person that got kicked. Because you're not experienced trying to get carried. Because like everyone that is experienced would agree. Why would we waste time, right? Don't you think? I don't know. Okay. It is what it is right there. Grudge and class tier. So yeah. It's a clear difference that someone that failed mechanic from someone that doesn't know the mechanic. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just that basically. Well, I mean, like, it's Reddit, you know. It's the usual Reddit. Sometimes right there, yeah. Join pro groups. There is so many of them. Yes, people can be toxic, but some of these guys probably been trying 6 hours a day since Thursday. They probably just want to get it over with. See, yeah, that's basically how it is right there. Even pro groups decline me, and I'm not really bad in terms of gear. 1460, 80 quality weapon, 4x3 and 2. I have been kicked 4 times yesterday from learning lobbies for no reason. They have not taken someone right after taking me. I afraid if week 1 is that bad, then how to do Vykas first time in week 2? Well, I don't know what it is that makes you get kicked, but pretty sure you get kicked because of something, man. That something could be like maybe they're saving spot for their friend. Or that something could be you have a bad reputation. I don't know. Don't know. Like, but usually people don't kick for no reason. Usually. The reason I do hard mode over normal is because I want to do Vykas on a time level, to learn pattern, not just only mech to have a deep understanding, while people go normal hard over gear, blow up rate, and they think they got the mech down. Well, it doesn't matter whether you think they got the mech down or not. But basically, item level means nothing. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Flaxor, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome, dude. So, yeah. Waste time. Yeah, I don't know, man. Depends what you're failing on P3. It's true, actually. When I see people fail, for instance, the mud swift mechanic multiple times in a row, it's frustrating because that mechanic is super duper easy. Yep. And also not moving away to side when you have the debuff that becomes a win on ground. Again, easy, but people never pay attention. Those two are just incredibly frustrating. You shouldn't fail that more than once or twice before you know it. But some people fuck it up constantly, and it's impossible to understand why. And this is the reason why you get kicked. You know, when you fail like this, like, you know, really easy mechanic that happens at the start of the raid. You know, like at that point, like basically, like you have no idea how to do the fight. Then, if you already failed this one, how are you gonna do the harder, like more complex mechanic then? I don't know. Wouldn't let a 1460 join my normal group. That's because they couldn't clear hard, so they went to normal. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I don't know. That's just how it is here. It's a bit like weird guy, I guess. I'm not sure right here. And Vykas just came out, and this is how it is, I guess. Well, I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe it's just bad seed, bro. Maybe it's just bad seed. Am I right, boys? Yeah, I mean, failing tentacles or gates in gate 1 is okay, but these are not. Yeah, something like that, basically. I don't know. People 1460 going to do like normal. The only thing you can think of is this guy tried hard and couldn't clear hard. So this guy went normal. And then you're just like, huh. If this guy didn't run hard, then maybe it's a bit sus, don't you think? There is like that part of like a, you know, thinking as well. 48 upvotes too. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, you know, here's the thing, Proxy, you know. All of this, I said it like last time as well, right? All of this post right here, people can say, oh, it's a troll post because of this, right? I'm going back to like Toxic Cavern. Oh, it's a troll post, right? Yeah. But there is 48 people that agrees to it. That's the point right there. So, yeah. 5 pulls, bad seed. Am I right, boys? Bad seed. Fucking idiots, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to the next one right here. Another rant, I guess, right here. Another rant, yeah. Another rant. 1452. Well, 1452 you can do hard anyway, Mike. So that's standard. That's normal. So yeah. Anyways, right here. Vykas Gate 3 is one of the worst fight I've ever played in a video game. There we go. So yeah, by Torben Bruns. Title, but not for the reason you might think, huh? All in all, the encounter is decent, okay, though it can't compare to a more polished raiding experience like 14 Savage. I think you're just comparing two different kind of like fights, man. So yeah, I think both of them are good. But hey, man, it's people are entitled to their own opinion. So yeah, my actual issue here is the visual clarity throughout the fight. Yeah, while it makes sense on an aesthetical level, it absolutely sucks dick when it comes to identifying what's going on. At least from a fresh player perspective, more routine will probably help immensely. Huh? I'm not sure what he means right there. Okay, but my actual point is, are you colorblind? Oh, it's probably colorblind issue then. If yes, I wish you the best of luck because for sure I'll need it for my recruit because most of the time I can't see shit on the ground. Is it because of the red one maybe? I think like yesterday someone was talking to me as well. They have like basically red colorblind and it's hard for them to like, you know, see the bad AoEs basically. Maybe with Swamp? It could be with Swamp. Maybe. Well, I'm not sure, I guess. Watermelon carbon? Yeah, watermelon flavor, yeah, usually. Red and green. So yeah, last week when I was clearing Vykas normal, there are a lot of all 3 clear party, but the irony is most people party accepting for 70 plus and not an actually alt. Well, it is what it said there. Swamp is telegraphed with text as well. You have a debuff as well. Yes. Kind of. Kind of. Red OE on red ground. Yeah, something like that, maybe. That part I understand right there. So, yeah. So, it depends on like this. Aesthetical level, it absolutely sucks dick when it comes to identifying what's going on. If you're comparing it to 14 Savage where it is scripted fight, then yes, of course it's harder. Because you're supposed to react to it. So, yeah. But, if you're talking about like the color specifically, then, I don't know. I guess like that's the color of it, I guess. But I mean like, I don't know. I'm red colorblind and I hate the red floor indicator. The color is too light and it looks too much like the floor. Yeah, it's probably because of the floor being red as well. I guess. It's I don't know. I guess that's just the design of the fight, to be honest. What can you do, right? At least like in the future, it shouldn't be like that much anymore. Shouldn't be. But I can understand that one right there. So yeah. Oh no, the fight is not fully scripted. It's the worst fight ever played. Oh no. I mean. That's what I thought at first, but then he said it's the colorblind, so yeah. Okay, I don't agree with this guy on the visible part. Pretty hard to identify her patterns with so many last gauge bars and stuff on the screen. I think like the last gauge is not an issue for me at the very least. Maybe for some people, yeah. But identifying her patterns is based on like her movement, unless you're talking about again the colorblind part. The pink puddle that spawned under people. But I mean like if you see something under, because like colorblind doesn't mean you're blind, right? You can still see something under you. It's not the red color. Maybe. I don't know. Red, green, colorblind and clearly fine, but it is different for everyone, yeah. Colorblind filter in game not work for colorblind filter. It's not a colorblind filter, hey mind dude. You cannot call this colorblind filter. That's an insult to colorblind filter. This one is just, you just change the color of the screen. That's it basically. It doesn't mean anything. Most people will not really see that much of a difference with this. So yeah. Leona, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome, dude. Welcome. Groceries. What happened, dude? In Canada. There is a text indicator for the color that they swamp desire for the poop and swift desire for the speed, so you can just read it. Yeah, there are like other ways you can do it basically. Except the random red AoE pattern. Yes, that one is probably harder, you know. But I mean, like, mechanics wise, it shouldn't be an issue. Link of the post, link of this post, share. Okay. The only thing is for Mozilla makes the raid bad is the people they do it with. At least that's what I saw in my server. That one is understandable, yeah. Okay, because they are colorblind, they can't see the Vykas standing still for 4 seconds and biting into the huge orb, and then they also cannot see debuff appear on their debuff bar. I understand why Napaks will take long to re-clear. Okay, well, I mean, like, I wouldn't like dismiss his like his reasoning as well. Yes, it might be harder. There are other ways to see the mechanics. Like, again, you know, you read like what debuff goes to you, the swamp or the swift desire, etc. Something like that, and that's totally fine, you know. People might not know the alternative way to actually like do the mechanic because like they're colorblind. So yeah, I think like it's fair because like I rate with Tyra, and Tyra is like watermelon colorblind as well. So there are some mechanics where like he cannot see, something like that, and that's, I feel like you know, it's fair. You know, some of those concerns are fair, I would say personally. But I mean, like, you know, you should understand that, like, you know, when it comes to the mechanics, you should be able to do it still because there is those names, the debuff, etc. that is still there. So yeah. During last battle mechanic, Vykas flashes red while eating the apple. That tells. They need to include an option to change the color indicator. This is completely inadequate for colorblind people. And after every single colorblind mode in the game, every single one does not change the color for it. It doesn't know. They have like a different like indicator depending on like the fight itself, and also depending on the mechanic itself. Like for example, the paralysis one is blue indicator instead of red, right? Something like that. You can't change that one, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. This is just how it is right there. So yeah, the only visual clarity issue I have with Vykas is after the typing test: inside, outside, huge red danger zone, and the ground hidden by all the red shit. Yeah, I mean, like, that's like understandable because like if you're colorblind, you might mistake those like spots basically. Yeah, and I'm not saying like it's wrong. I think like it's a fair argument. So yeah, but I mean, like, it's not because it's not fully scripted, right? You know, because this guy is like, you know, prefers the savage experience of 14 where everything is scripted. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, only one of her counter is mildly difficult to see during your own spell effects, where she doesn't twirl around. Everything else is easy to see. He might not be colorblind. So yeah, colorblind and lost colorblind options are so shitty. I agree. It applies a filter to the entire screen, not to the UI or X elements, to even watches the color and makes it look ugly. Yeah. Yeah, well, it is what it is there. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those days, yeah. Anyways, yeah, for the longest time I thought the Achates only had yellow or blue shield. It was so confused why I would fail. Then I realized there were shapes on the shield and the rocks, yeah. Then you realize there are like other ways to actually like identify it, right? You know, like later in Clown as well, the balls, the blue balls, the yellow balls, the red balls, there is actually shapes as well over there for people that are colorblind. So there are like ways like they do the colorblind thing, but I guess it doesn't cover everything, right? So yeah, so this one is a fair argument, I would say, you know, assuming they are arguing about the colorblind part. If they are arguing about like, you know, the visual clarity of like, let's say, mechanics right there, then that's a different thing, you know. You just couldn't do it. But yeah. Anyways, around 7% of all males are colorblind, so the issue shouldn't be overlooked. Nah, they were trying, man. I think like they're trying, like, because like they changed Clown, they changed like you know, a lot of like the fights to be different. Like for example, Vykas Gate 2, you know, like the 65 bar mechanic where there is the black glow and the red glow, right? Both of them were used to be the same. Now the red glow is square for people that are colorblind. So yeah, it was changed. So it's not like they are overlooked. But I mean, like, I guess you can't cover everything. So yeah. None of us know everything well. Yeah, Gate 1 gates for Vykas that are that already colorblind. Gate 1 for Vykas for the color orb. There is a little orb next to the colored orb. In case you don't know the in case you don't know the color. So there are ways like they do to help with that. I mean, obviously it's still harder, of course, yeah, but that's just how it is. But yeah, well, anyways, yeah. I mean, like this one, provided it's the colorblind like argument, I can see that happening. Yeah, it's a fair argument. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And then there is this one again. I guess Vykas is ruined, guys. Vykas ruined already. First week into like releasing, and Vykas has been ruined already. Rip. Never lucky, guys. At least these guys are not complaining about like a bad seed though. I think these guys are already at least like, you know, okay. Not complaining about bad seed. That's like pretty stupid as well in my opinion, but anyways, at least it's not bad seed, you know. If he complains Vykas Gate 3 one of the worst fight because there is bad seed on the fight, yeah, well, that's just stupid right there. So yeah, if you see Pandemonium 3 Savage, is that like the Phoenix, right? Phoenix. So yeah, for the Vykas short swing 270 AoE, she has 3 versions: short slash into front and back, long slash into front, then long slash and spin into back. Yeah, what's the early tell for the last variation? The early tell for the last variation, there is nothing. It's reactionary at that point. So yeah, but she's gonna slash 3 times, the long slash basically. If the slash is like short, she's gonna do the back to back always. So yeah, but that's basically what I said. Medusa into Blood Rain to change Swamp Bridge bad seed my ass, dude. Freak, thank you for the raid, man. 329 viewers. Welcome, dude. Welcome everyone. Welcome. All you see is orange and red color. How's your stream, Freak? All good, all good. We're React Andy right now on Vykas is ruined apparently. Vykas already ruined. Not too bad, not too bad. Nice. Cleared it on hard twice now and was wondering, do you have a guide for Vykas Hell mode? Hell mode? No, I don't have a guide for like Vykas Hell mode. And Vykas Hell mode is not coming out yet anyway. It's Valton Hell mode first, dude. So yeah. Yep. Okay. That's her only basic attack pattern that I mess up because I'm dashing to her other side. I think like you just like stand on the side and then you move to the front or back of her depending on like the mechanic. So yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, that's like today's React Andy, boys. It's Vykas ruined right there. It's ding dong, react over, boys. React overs, yeah. What happened when you fail typing test hell mode? It's the same actually. It's actually the same for the hell mode part. It's also 4 seconds as well. Hell mode sounds PTSD inducing. There is like more mechanic in Gate 3. Gate 2 DPS check is like pretty hard as well. Gate 1 is also pretty hard because like you can't die at all. So yeah, that kind of things right there. But I mean like people that are doing hell are people that are like, you know, masochists already anyway. So what's nothing wrong with that, right? So yeah. Golden disc in Gate 2, never seen anyone do it. What? Gate 2 golden disc, isn't that the one that you just dodge? If you get hit, you get stunned. Well, don't get hit then. You keep moving basically. It targets specific people. So as long as you know like who it is targeting, you can just like move away from it. And even if you're being targeted, you can just like keep moving straight. But yeah, anyways. Alright, let's go back boys. Back to the game.